super middleweight contender Adonis Stevenson knocks out journeyman Darnell Boone in the 6th round to apparently secure himself a shot at the light heavyweight world title against champion Chad Dawson. Don't ask me how that happened, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For those of you who don't know, Adonis Stevenson is a super middleweight contender. He's a southpaw, he's a big puncher. He was trained by the late great Manny Stewart. He is the mandatory challenger for Carl Froch's world title. He is originally from Haiti but now fights out of Canada. 3 years ago he suffered his one and only defeat, which was to Darnell Boone, the man he faced last night. He basically, in the first fight, he came out with no respect for Darnell Boone, thinking he was just going to walk through him, and he ended up getting tagged with a right hand and dropped, and when he got up, the referee stopped the fight. Now, Darnell Boone does have form in upsetting unbeaten contenders. If you go look at his record, Darnell Boone is a journeyman. He's got a terrible record, but now and again he does spring the odd upset against these young prospects. And he nearly sprung an upset against pound for pound king Andre Ward. Darnell Boone is the only guy to ever drop Andre Ward as a professional and hurt him badly. So yeah, he's a journeyman, but he's dangerous. And like I say, in the first fight he managed to stop Stevenson. So this rematch was personal for Stevenson, because Stevenson has already got a title shot lined up against Chad Dawson. He didn't have to take this fight, but it was a personal grudge that he wanted. He wanted to lay this ghost of Darnell Boone to rest once and for all. So he got in the ring with Boone again. A lot of the time when these fighters are getting in the ring with someone who knocked them out previously, they usually box cautiously. They're usually timid. There's usually a mental barrier that they have to cross. It's not really a technical battle that they're fighting in there. It's more of a mental battle, because they're not just battling the opponent in front of them. They're battling the demons of the first fight in their head. Do you understand? So a lot of the time when these fighters face someone that knocked them out, even if, you know, even though it could be someone who's vastly inferior to themselves, they tend to underperform a lot of the time, and they tend to fight scared and intimidating and stuff like that when they really shouldn't. But that was not the case here with Stevenson. There was no mental barrier, it seemed, with Stevenson. He just marched straight out and he started beating the crap out of Darnell Boone from the first bell. Right? He just immediately started beating the crap out of him. The only adjustment he really made is he made sure he kept his punches long, because he had the height and reach advantage over Boone. So he made sure that he kept his punches long. So when Boone did come off the ropes with his wild swings, Stevenson was able to just step back and avoid all the punches. Now, at times Stevenson did look reckless in this fight, and you did wonder whether lightning was going to strike twice, because he was going for the KO so much that he did leave himself open here and there. But Boone never managed to land anything significant. You know, Stevenson, like I say, Stevenson not only wanted revenge, but he wanted a knockout victory revenge. Do you understand? He wanted the ultimate revenge. And he got it in the 6th round after battering the shit out of Boone for 5 rounds. In the 6th round, he landed a body shot. Boone went down, got back up from the body shot. But Stevenson followed up with a series of punches, and one of them was a big left hand to the head, which stunned Boone. His hands came down, and then Stevenson stepped in with another left hand to knock Boone out. Boone was down for about a minute on the canvas. So yeah, he got his revenge in the sweetest way possible. In a fight he didn't really have to take, but he took it anyway. So, you know, it's good that he got that. He exercised that demon. He closed the chapter on that particular saga in his life, and now he can move on. A lot of people always wanted Amir Khan to fight Bradis Prescott, even though he's moved on from Bradis Prescott. He's much higher in the rankings. He's, you know, he's gone way beyond Prescott. People have always held it against him that he didn't avenge his Prescott defeat. Well, Boone, like I say, sorry, not Boone, Stevenson avenged his defeat. He didn't have to take this fight. You know, it was a fight his management apparently didn't want him to take, because it could jeopardize his fight against Chad Dawson. But he took it anyway. He gained revenge, whatever. Nice victory, nice KO against a journeyman. But like I say, it was you know, avenging his first loss. So yeah, he moves on. How the hell he's got this shot at Chad Dawson, I got no idea. He don't deserve the shot. He ain't fought a light heavyweight for years. I don't know how the hell he's managed to get a shot at Chad Dawson. I don't know what Dawson is doing. God knows how he got that. But let me know what you feel about him fighting Dawson anyway. But me, I'm just perplexed. I don't know how he's got that shot. Who he does deserve a shot at is Carl Froch, or the winner of Carl Froch, Mikhail Kessler, because Adonis Stevenson is the mandatory challenger for Carl Froch's belt. Right, so he does deserve a shot at Carl Froch. He's fought his way into the mandatory position. And I would like to see him fight Froch if Froch wins against Kessler. Right, I'd like to see Stevenson against Froch. I'm not necessarily saying Stevenson would win, but I think it would be a very exciting fight because Stevenson's very aggressive. He's a big puncher. He's got long arms. And he's actually got a fair amount of boxing skill. I'm not saying he's the greatest boxer, but he does, especially under Manny Stewart, he has shown a lot of improvement in the fundamentals. You know, he has a nice long jab. He's got long arms and throws long punches, and he's very powerful with the left hand. Very, very powerful. He might be the biggest puncher in the super middleweight division. That's how hard he hits. Very, very hard puncher. I'd definitely rather see Carl Froch fight Stevenson than Lucien Bute any day of the week. Even though Lucien Bute is fighting Pascal now anyway, so you know the Froch rematch might never happen. But yeah, man, Stevenson moves on. Let me know how you lot felt about this fight if you saw it. A lot of people are not gonna like Adonis Stevenson for various different reasons, but one of the main reasons why people won't like Stevenson is because he has a very controversial criminal past. Back in the late 90s, he was involved in some seriously messed up activity, which you can go and look up on the internet and find out about. But he was involved in some seriously messed up activity back in the late 90s. And a lot of people are going to hold that against him for the rest of his life. And I can understand that because the stuff that he was involved in was very messed up. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just looking at him in terms of a fighter as a source of entertainment, being in exciting fights. You know what I mean? Putting his personal history aside, you get what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it in terms of entertainment. And I think he can make some entertaining fights in the super middleweight division. Like I say, I don't know how the hell he's got this shot against Chad Dawson, but, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, I think he's an exciting addition to the super middleweight ranks. So, yeah, leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you lot felt about this fight. This is Hatman. I'm out.